Let me introduce myself again. My name is Mark, originally from Hawaii, born and raised there. Currently, I live in Utah, just up the street from the office, our head office here in Utah. Um, I started with LifeVantage about 13 and a half years ago, almost 14 now, years ago when we were just starting. We were in a pre-launch mode, meaning we didn't have any product at the time when we first started. Everything was sold in the retail stores here, and they were just pulling it out of the stores and changing over to our network marketing model. And I remember talking to Eric Marchett, who was our attorney for LifeVantage at the time, and he called and he said, "Mark, would you take a look at LifeVantage?" And I wasn't looking for anything. Then he said, "Mark, well, watch ABC primetime news report that was done." And that piqued my interest. And as I listened and watched that ABC news report, my eyes opened. I was like, wow, I'm excited. Look at this. It said, if this is true, this could be an amazing, amazing business opportunity. But I still wasn't sold. It took me a little while because I wasn't looking for anything. It took a little while for me to talk myself into it, even though I saw that ABC News piece and I saw it and I thought, this is really, really cool. I wasn't looking for something. Well, shortly after that, I did some homework and I finally said yes. I said, wow, this is pretty amazing. And I'm so glad that I said yes, because it's totally changed my life. And the reason I joined LifeVantage is because I just wanted something different. I wanted something a little better than I had at that time. How many of you want something better in life? A show of hands. I wish you would turn you. Oh, good, yay. Christiane, I said right? Okay, I remember meeting you before. I wish I could see your pictures. If you're brave enough, would you turn on your cameras? I'd love to see you. And I'd love to see a show of hands of who wants something different. A thumbs up. Good. Herb. Okay, good. Who else? I'd love to see who wants something different. Who wants a little better? Okay, good. I said thumbs up. Madel. Good. Kier. Josette. Okay, good. Glad you're participating. So let me share. So I wanted something better, and here's what I wanted. I mean, here's a picture of my family. To the left of me is my beautiful wife. To the right of me, that's my daughter, Kenna, my oldest girl. My second girl to the left of my wife. And then my son left, all the way to the far left, Micah, and then my youngest daughter. And at the time, Leah, my youngest daughter, she was about 2.5 years old when we first started LifeVantage years and years and years ago. And all I wanted was time with them. I wanted a better life. I wanted to give them experiences that I never had. What about Disneyland? I thought, wow, wouldn't that be great if I could take them to Disneyland? Growing up, I didn't have a whole lot financially. I had a great life, great family, but didn't have a whole lot financially. And I thought, oh my gosh, what if I could change my life? And had a great, amazing grandfather that told me this. He said, you can change your life. All you got to do is set a goal. Set a goal to change your life, put a plan of action in place, and then execute on that plan and work that plan and be consistent over time, right? And so that's what I did. I had this goal. I had this dream. I just wanted something better than I had before. And I think that's why so many of us are on this call, is we just want something better, right? And so put your goal in place. My goal is I want to be Pro 10. Actually, if I could just make my money back in the beginning, I was happy. But my first goal is that was my first goal. If I could make my money back, and then I started to dream bigger. I said, okay, I want Pro 10, and so I put that action plan, that goal in place. I put an action plan in place, and I'm going to share with you a little of that action plan, and then I just worked that plan. And let me just tell you this: it wasn't easy all the time. Right? It was a simple plan, but it wasn't easy. It took a lot of hard work. And back then we didn't have Zoom. when I first started. And so we had to be in people's living rooms or drive to someone's city or fly to someone's city to meet with them. And so I remember just being so busy all the time. Because why? Because I had this goal that I wanted to change my life. How many of you want a better lifestyle? How many of you want more money? Raise of hands. How many of you want a little more time to live the life that you want to live? That's all I wanted, right? And so here's the action plan, right? Anytime you have a goal and you want to achieve it, I think anyone can do it. You just have to have the right plan, and then you got to be committed to work the plan, right? Let's say you want to go hiking. Well, first of all, you got to know where you want to go. You have to know the route, right? And then you got to walk or hike, right? You got to walk up that mountain. And here's what sometimes we do. We walk and then we stop. And then we walk and then we stop. And then sometimes we give up. Or sometimes we even change where we want to go. And then it takes longer for us to get to where we want to go. And then we change again, and we change again before we even get to the top, and we never get there. So here's one of the first secrets. Know that LifeVantage is the right opportunity, right? Just figure it out for yourself. Know that this is the right thing, the right vehicle to change your life. Because if it is, then you got to keep on going. Because guess what? It's going to be tough. And you're going to stop along that journey, but you got to just stop and breathe and then keep going again, right? Enjoy the flowers, enjoy nature along that journey, but you got to keep going until you get to your goal. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing is you got to know the right actions, the right activities. So here's one thing that I knew. We always teach our group, our teams, to do at least 15 presentations a month. From day one, we always taught that at least 15 presentations. Why? Why is that presentation the right thing? Because if people are listening to a presentation, then they can say yes or they can say no. But if they're not listening to a presentation, then guess what happens? They'll never join your business, right? So do at least 15 presentations a month. I remember when I started, my goal was Master Pro 10, right? And so I thought, gosh, my first couple of years, I think we're doing 60, 80, maybe 100 presentations a month, at least, right? Day in and day out. Every day, we just kept doing presentation after presentation after presentation. And we're tired, but every spare moment, we're doing that we're showing the plan, teaching people about LifeVantage, right? Because here's what happens. If they listen to LifeVantage, then there's three outcomes. The first outcome is, I want to do the business. And there's a few people that want to do the business, right? I would guess on average, out of 10 people, one will say, yes, I want to do the business. I want to make money. I want to change my life. Out of 10 people that listen, about 4 will become customers. So every time you show 10, 4 will become customers. Every time you show 10 presentations, about 1 of them will become a distributor, okay, on average. And then out of 10, half won't be interested in anything. They're just not interested. And so at first, the 5, out of 10 people, the 5 that would say no, that would get me down, right? That's the tough part when someone says no, but you got to keep on going anyway. And so, in the beginning, I would get really down. I would stop my hike. I would stop that journey, stop doing the right activities because I thought, oh my gosh, it's not going to work. How many of you ever thought that it's not going to work, right? Well, guess what? It works. But we got to keep on going. It's just numbers. And so after a while, I turned those no's into a game. And I said, the more no's I can get, the quicker I'm going to find some yeses, right? In fact, again, out of 10 people, 5 says yes. So 5 people will say, 5 will say no, and 5 will say yes. So out of the 10, 5 will say no, 4 will become customers, 1 will become a distributor. So if I want 5 distributors, then guess what I got to do? I got to talk to at least 50. I got to do at least 50 presentations. If I get 50 presentations, I know I have 5 people that want to join my business, right? And so just make it a game. Just have fun along the journey. But the more it's just numbers. You just got to run through the averages, the law of averages. And so Jim Rohn taught me that, right? He said, the law of the average, know your average. And so if your average is 1 out of 20, if 1 out of 20 people that listen to a presentation will say, I want to do the business, and you want 5 people, then you just got to do 100 presentations to get 5, right? So know your average, whatever that average is, and just work the numbers, work that average. Presentation, so vital. Here's the next thing, auto ship, or not, we call it subscriptions, right? Subscriptions are so vital. Even in the Philippines, I know we love that Smart Start bonus there, but Smart Start bonus is not going to build you a legacy business, a business that pays you over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, you've got to get people on that auto ship. And let me ask you this: you know our compensation plan, I hope, right? If not, study that compensation. You got to know and understand that compensation plan, right? That's how you make money. So here's the thing: if you want to make money, right, how much volume do you need to get paid? What's the minimum you need to get paid in your personal volume? Can you unmute yourself and tell me how much PV do you need?
200 PV.
I love that, 200 PV. So I'll say this: minimally you need 100 100 PV. But if you want to maximize your payout, then you want 200 PV. So guess what? We always thought just have 200 PV. Okay? So even in the Philippines, right, no matter where we are, you need 200 PV to maximize the compensation plan. Now, 200 PV, how many pesos is that?
13,000.
13,400.
13,000.
There you go. Thanks,
Good.
Kier.
Who said that?
13,400.
I can't see. Who's that voice? Male voice.
Here.
Okay. So guess what? 13,400. Tell me, Kier, is that a lot of money in the Philippines?
Here in the Philippines, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what. Not just in the Philippines, I think everywhere we go, people say, oh, that's a lot of money. Now, here's another secret. Mindset, folks. Mindset, friends, right? So set the goal of the subscription of 200 PV, which will be at 13,400 pesos in the Philippines. Now, here's the mindset. A lot of people say, well, that's too much money. I don't have that much money, so I can't do my subscription. But here's what you got to think, right? 2 ways of thinking. One is, oh my gosh, it's too much money, so I can't do it. Or, gosh, 13,400. Okay, if I want to be successful, I have to have that 13,400 subscription set. So, okay, I'm going to set that, and I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make my commissions to cover that. And then after that 13,400, everything is profit. There's 2 different mindsets, right? If you want to succeed, you got to have the success mindset, which is you got to figure it out, right? So here's what I did. That was a lot of money for me too when I started. So I just set it anyway, and then I went to work, right? I went to work, and in fact, my when we started, I think it was like, gosh, I want to say it was about $1,500 when I first started in the U.S. Okay. 1,500 US when I started. And I just put up my credit card. Once I figured it out that this is the right thing, I put up my credit card. And then I said, okay, I got 30 days to 45 days to pay it back. And I just went to work. And guess what? My first check was like $6,000 or $7,000. So I paid back my $1,500, right? I set that auto ship. So the next month, my auto ship was paid for, and it became everything after that 13,400 peso, it became profit. Okay, so that's the first thing. Have a success mindset. Set that auto ship. Make sure you're on that subscription, and just work to make enough money to pay it off, so it doesn't become a problem. Okay, that's the next thing. So auto ship. Now the last thing. And at the time when I started, thank you, Kier. Thank you. I love that. You're a leader. You know the numbers. We got to know our numbers right there. So here's the next thing. we taught the right activity, right? At least 15 presentations a month, get people on subscription. And the last thing, and again, we taught principles. And so we didn't have a program back then called MVP. Today, we have a program called MVP. And I hope that you're using that program to build your business, because that's the right activity. Okay. So let me share my screen again with you. And even though we didn't have an MVP program, we taught the same principles. So let me show you this first of all. Here's what we do. We're going to build a network of customers and a network of distributors or entrepreneurs or distributors, people that want to change their life and do business. Who do you know? Who do you know and who do you care about that you want to help them change your life? Who do you know that wants something better in life? Who do you know that wants more time to be with their family and their friends and to live their life that they want to live? Who do you know that wants to make a little bit more money? Who do you know, even if they made just $300 a month, that would change your life? Do you know anyone that if they made 300 US would dramatically change their life? Who do you know, right? Who do you care about that you want to help change their life? That's who we're looking for when we think about that, right? These entrepreneurs that want to change their lives. And let me say this, Kier, since you volunteered, right? So to be a Pro 7, how much volume do we need to be Pro 7? GV, how many points?
100,000.
100,000. Okay, so you have a calculator, Kier? Pull out your phone, get a calculator, okay? Like I have my calculator here. Get your calculator. So 100,000, okay? Let's say the average customer spends 100 PV. So 100,000 divided by 100 is how many customers?
I think 10,000.
100,000 divided by 100, 1,000 people, right? 1,000 people, okay? So here's what I thought. 1,000 people, oh my gosh, I have to find 1,000 customers. I thought that was impossible. I looked at my phone and I had about 3,000 contacts on my phone. I thought a third of them have to say yes, and a third of them have to keep buying every single month. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. That's just Pro 7, right? Pro 8, I'm going to need double, at least 2,000 customers that buy every single month. So I had to shift my thinking a little, and I want to maybe shift your thinking. I love customers. Let me say that first of all. Customers are amazing because they just keep buying the products because it works, okay? But customers not going to build your business. So here's what I had to change my focus to. Look for these people that want to change your lives. Look for that people that want to make a little bit more money, people that want to, have more time. Okay, look for those friends that want to do that. In other words, look for the entrepreneurs, the business people. Okay, people that want to share the business with others. Because here's if they share with some people and they share with some people and they share, that's how you grow this huge network. Okay, so first thing, look for business people, look for people, not just customers. In fact, I want to say this, focus your attention, right? Out of 10 people that listen, that you do a presentation for, look for those people that want to change their lives. And then by default, because we know the averages, half will say no, but out of the 5 that will say yes, 4 will become customers by default. Even if you don't talk about it, look for a customer. Don't look for sick people. Okay, we can help them, right? We can help them feel better. But don't look for sick people. Look for people that are sick and tired of the life that they live, right? That they want something better, right? People that want to be able to make some more money or more time. Look for those people. Because out of the 5 people, out of 10, right, half aren't interested, 4 become customer. Out of the 10, 1 would do the business. But guess what? If that one person goes and does the same thing that you just did and look for people that want to change their life, they're going to find some people, right? Out of 10 people, half aren't interested. They're going to find 4 customers and 1 distributor. And you're gonna keep working with that new people to keep doing. Look for people that want to change their lives. Okay, so that's the first thing. Look for business-minded people, not just sick people. Okay, look for people that want to build a business, because the business builders are going to grow your business. That's how you're going to grow a huge business and grow it quicker. Okay, we love customers. I'm not saying to not get customers, but focus on people that want to build a business. Now, here's the next thing. Here's what we're going to do. We have this program, and all I did in the beginning was do the same thing, even though we didn't call it MVP. We looked for business builders. So here's a chart. I just made this chart, right? When you find 3 people that want to build the business and they have a 200 auto ship or subscription, you write their name down. So I just print this form out, okay? And here's all we're going to do. Look for people that want to build their business. And when you find one, you write their name down. And when you get to an MVP bronze, you're going to make how much? Who remembers how much you're going to make when you become MVP bronze? I know what it is in the United States. What is it in the Philippines?
Same thing, Mark, $100.
$100.
That's, yeah, $100. That's 5,000. Peg at $50, 50 pesos.
5,000 pesos, is that what you said?
Yes, 5,000 pesos.
Okay. Who would want 5,000 extra pesos? Would that be a good thing? Okay. So here's what we do. We just become an MVP bronze. We find 3 people that want to do the business with us. And once you print out this form, you enroll your first person, you show you do a presentation. They say, the ones that say yes, you write their name here, right? And if they're on 200 subscription, just get to bronze. Just get to bronze, okay? And you make some extra cash. And then once you enroll your 3, right? 2 things you're going to do. One is you're going to help your 3 people, this tier 1, these blue people, help them enroll their 3 people apiece, okay? When they enroll their 3 people apiece, they become a bronze too. And when they become a bronze, right, they're going to make that 5,000 pesos, $100, okay? You see that? So help all of your blue people, your tier 1 blue people become bronze. And when you help your 3 blue people become bronze, then you become silver. And guess what? How much money are you going to make when you become a silver? Extra cash on top of the compensation. In addition to the compensation, how much do you make?
It's $500, Mark.
$500. Okay, I love that. 500 US. Now that's a lot of money. Okay, so you just get to bronze, and then you get to silver. And remember, I said there's 2 things you do. You're gonna, once you get your three blues, you're gonna help them get 3 apiece. Okay. Second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna print out another form, and you're gonna enroll 3 more people. Okay, so you're gonna have 2 forms. And you're going to keep working that form and helping all of your blues, your tier 1s, become bronze themselves, okay? And then you become silver 2 times. And then here's what you do. And eventually, I mean, getting to gold, let me just tell you, is tough to do. It's not an easy thing to do, okay? But you're going to have the go-getters that get, not even a gold, okay? It's okay. But here's the thing that you want to do. You're just going to build a lot of bronzes and silvers, bronze and silver, bronze and silver. If you can get to silver, you're going to be a pro 3. Okay? And that's pretty good money. Who knows what the average pro 3 commission is? Ms. Carr,
31,000 pesos.
Oh, 31,000 pesos. Is that right? I don't know pesos. Okay.
Yes.
31,000 pro 3. Is that a good income? There, 31. If you can make 31,000 pesos a month.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's get to silver. Let's shoot for silver, okay? And just keep building a bunch of bronzes and a bunch of silvers in your group. Because here's what happens. The more people that get to bronze and to silver, volume goes up. When volume goes up, you rank advance. When you rank advance, that means you make more money. Right? And when you rank advance and your team rank advance, they make more money. And when they make more money, they don't quit. So here's our goal. A lot of bronze. Get to bronze first, help your team get to bronze, and just build bronze after bronze after bronze, and then silvers, bronze and silvers, bronze and silvers. And then you're going to get a few golds. Okay. But here's again, let me tell you the game plan. Print out the form, fill in the blue, get to bronze, and help all of your team get to bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze. Build a ton of bronze and silvers. That's the right activity. We didn't have a program called MVP, but we did the same thing. In fact, what we taught is instead of just 3, do at least 5. Okay? And that's why I say print out the form, do you get to bronze, and then get to bronze again. Print out another form and do it again. Right? And help those people do the same thing. That's how you're going to grow a business. That's how you're going to get to Pro 7, 8, 9, and Master Pro 10 and above, is to just keep building bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver, and get a subscription. So to wrap it up, right, do at least 15 presentations a month. And if you want to do it quicker, right, do more than 15 a month, at least 15. Get people on subscription, right? At least 200 subscription a month, 200 PV subscription. Get to bronze first, and then get your teams to bronze, and then get to silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver. Print out another form and get to bronze and silver, and do that over and over and over again. And it's simple, but guess what? A lot of hard work. But will it be worth it, right? Remember that hike. Know where you want to go. Have that plan of action and keep doing it. Now, you can take breaks along the way. Just take a short break and keep doing it over and over and over again. Okay? Do it just keep doing presentation after presentation. Keep going, making bronzes and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver. And if you do that, you're going to be able to build a huge, huge business. So thank you for having me on. Any questions that you have?
Don't be shy, you guys. Type in your questions or unmute yourselves.
Unmute. I want to hear you.
Hi, Mark. My question is, this is Madel from the Philippines. Yeah. My question is, on average, how much time can a person hit Pro 10?
On average, how
many months to hit Pro 10?
Ooh, on average, it's going to be about 6 years. That's the average, 6 years. Okay. But just think about it. 6 years. You know what the average Pro 10 income is? Average Pro 10 is roughly about 100,000, just below 100,000 US. Okay. That's a lot of money. I don't know many people in a traditional job that make 100,000 a month. So 6 years is not a long time, right? But guess what? What if it took you 6 years? What if it took you 10 years to build a Pro 10 income? Would it be worth it? Absolutely. I don't know many people in a traditional job that make 100,000 a month. Okay.
Yep.
So anyway, keep just bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver. Okay. Pro 7 income, roughly about what, 12,000 US. Okay.
Right.
12,000 US. How many pesos is 12,000 US? Who can tell me that?
About 600,000.
Is that good money in the Philippines?
Of course, that's more than 500,000.
Oh, okay. Then that's a lot in the US too. So guess what? Get to 7, right? Get yourself to 7. That's the first goal. That's about what, 2.5 years to get to Pro 7. You can do it quicker if you do more presentations, right? The more you do, the quicker you're going to start to build. And here's the thing. It's not just you. Get to bronze and then help your people get to bronze and their people get to. That's the key. Don't just think about you, but think about your people and just keep building depth. Drive that line. Help the new person get to bronze, the new person get to bronze, the next new person, help everyone get to bronze and then to silver, and watch what happens. You're going to get to Pro 7 quicker than you can imagine. Did that help?
Yes. Another question, Mark.
Yes.
You mentioned that in your journey to your rank right now, you experience a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes you want to quit. What did you do when you feel that way?
I give you one. I remember and this is probably one of the, I've had many of these experiences, but one in particular, when I was, I went to build Japan, open Japan. And so wherever you build, you got to go. So I was in Japan every month in Japan for at least a week to sometimes 3 weeks building. So I had to build my US business and my Japan business, okay, at the same time. And so I was in Japan every month, and I was traveling in the US as well. And I remember getting there, doing a meeting. I went to a meeting and no one showed up. 0 people.
Wow.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
And oh my gosh, all I could, and let me just tell you, I remember when I was at that time, some of the meeting rooms were like $10,000, 10,000 US just to book a meeting room. That's a lot of money for no one to show up. Okay. There's some cheaper ones, but that was the average, right? But anyway, 0 people. I remember getting back to the hotel. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, right? And I was just starting my business. I wasn't a Pro 10 at the time. I started as a distributor like all of you. And so I had expenses, and I wasn't making a lot of money, but I knew that I had to invest in my business. And so I remember going back to the hotel. I remember just rolling on my bed. I was curled up, and I was sobbing. I'm like, I got to pay all this money. I flew all the way here. I'm away from my family, and no one showed up. And I remember just crying on my bed and thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I quit. And I did quit. In my head, I quit. I said, I am done. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep paying all this money and not making enough money. Right? So I quit in my head. But God is so good, people. Friends, God is so good, because God is so brilliant. He has end of nights and new beginnings, right? End of days and new beginnings. End of seasons and new seasons. And so I cried myself to sleep. The next morning I got up and I got on my knees and I was thinking, God, praying. I said, what if I quit? What will my next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30 years from now look like if I quit? I just asked myself that question. And I remember thinking, here's the answer. Oh my gosh, no matter what you do, you're going to have to work. No matter what you do, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good days and bad days. And I said, if I quit, I'm going to have to be working for the rest of my life. Every day I'm going to have to work for the rest of my life, no matter what you do. Because, you work that 40-50 plan, 40-50 hours a week for 40-50 years of your life to retire about 40-50% of what you're making, at least here in the United States. And I thought, that's not enough. And I said, I'm going to have to keep working. And so I said, okay, thank you, God. I had to get back up, right? And even it was tough, I had to keep on going. Remember that hike up the mountain? I just had to keep on going. And so I got back up, and guess what I did? I made some calls, set more appointments up, did more presentations, right? And you just got to keep going, just keep doing presentation after presentation. So yes, it sucks. And it's okay to one of my mentors said, embrace the suck. It's okay to crawl up on the bed and cry if that's what you got to do, but to get up the next morning and keep on going, right? Put on your big boy pants and keep on going. If LifeVantage is the right thing. And that's why the first thing I said in the beginning is you have to know whether LifeVantage is the right thing or not. Because when it's tough, and it will get tough sometime, I guarantee you, if it's the right vehicle, then you got to keep on going, because that would change your life. I'm telling you, now it's the most amazing life. I don't schedule any appointments until 11 o'clock in the morning. That's the earliest that I schedule appointments. It's 8:33 here in the morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But it's my choice. And I chose to be on this call with you this morning. Okay? But that's the amazing life that you can live. And guess what? Money isn't everything. Without money, life is tough. Without money, I've had those times where I had no money, not enough money coming in, and it is tough. It's so much better with money because you can do so much good. Just think about all the good that you can do, right? In fact, I want you to think of if there's one thing that you could do, a good thing, if you had a little bit more money, what would that be? You don't have to tell me. I just want you to think about that. If you made more money, if you made Pro 7 money, how much is that Pro 7 again?
600,000 pesos.
If you could make 600,000 pesos, right? About 12,000 US, a little extra money, what would you do? Think of one good thing. I want you to make a goal. If you could make a little more money, what was one good thing you would do? Keep that in mind. Money isn't important, but look for the good. Do good in the world, okay? And guess what happens, you business bros? I'm telling you, it is so much better, right? When I don't have to worry about how I'm going to feed my family. When it just comes. And when you can do good in the world. So Maddie, I hope that helped.
Yeah, amen. Because we're actually right now here in the Philippines, me, for example, I'm really in a tough position right now. So I will be thinking I'm in a new season this
New
time
season.
again. I have to pick up the pieces. I did a lot of bad decisions in my LifeVantage business recently, but I have to pick up the pieces and start all over again. So I'm in a new season right now. Going Pro 7, 8, 9,
Yay.
and 10.
Presentation after presentation after presentation. And here's the thing, bronze. Go to bronze and silver and help everyone. Bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver. And even if we don't have this promotion running, right? When it stops, just keep doing bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver, because that's what's going to build you, Maddie, that Pro 7, 8, 9, and 10 business. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for inspiring us because, you know, it's really tough in the beginning. Right. When we started last November, because my husband passed away October 28th. So it was really, really tough for me, you know. But yeah, we will keep doing it. And Anna, she's also in a tough position right now. So she's really have to work and rank up to Pro 7 as soon as she can. Yeah, praying for her because her goal this month is Pro 7. I don't know what will happen, but that is her goal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I am sorry to hear about your husband passing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about that. But you know, here's my hope. I believe we could be together forever as a family someday. So we just got to keep on going, right? Life sucks sometimes. Get back up, right? Do good in the world and have hope that we can be together as a family, right? Thank you for sharing. Anna, good luck on that goal, Anna. Bronze and silver, create tons of bronze and silvers, right? That's how you're going to get there. Don't just think about you getting to 7. Help your team get to bronze, silver, and some golds, right? Bronze, silver, bronze. We only have 3 golds. That's okay. Build tons of bronze and silvers. In the world, only 3 gold, but build tons of bronze and silvers because those groups that are growing are building tons of bronze and silver. Okay. Anything else? I know we've been on a long.
Let's congratulate Madel, Mark, because Madel hit the bronze, MVP bronze.
Yay!
So I would like to inspire everyone, not only Madel, please get to the MVP bronze, silver, and gold. That's the reason why we have expanded this training, because we wanted to focus on the MVP, because that's the best way, that's the right principles and behaviors on getting the rank advancement and getting extra money in your pocket as well.
Yeah. By the way, Kier is almost on hitting the Pro 5 this time.
Wow.
At this point.
You will be.
Yeah. For sure, he will be Pro 5. He might
guy
be
is not-
hitting Pro 6. He might be hitting Pro 6. But Pro 5, it's done. Almost
It's
done.
all done, yes. Congratulations, Kier. Yeah, Madel, Kier, Judah, Anna, and Glenn are one of those people that are nonstop, Mark. They are doing presentations left and right, back to back. So,
Congratulations.
and I am certain that you guys are so inspired with our training with our Master Pro 11. Can you imagine if you have invited all your team to be here tonight? They would have not missed this one heck of a training. Simple and truthful, realistic. If Mark is a Pro 11, it's because that he was committed and he sacrificed all the way through the top. Right, Mark?
Yes, and I had a great team. I just worked with the team and trained the team and helped them to become bronze and silvers and bronze and silvers, right? And then for 3, 4, 5, 6, just keep doing the bronze and silvers and you're gonna help your team. I have an amazing team. I'm like, Kai, wow, just so grateful for people like Miss Kai here. So it's a great team.
I have another question, if I am allowed.
Sure.
Yeah, 2 questions. Yeah, one question is, how do you deal, Mark, with attrition rate of your distributors? Because sometimes people stop, right? So how do you
Yes.
deal with that?
Oh, good question.
And then number 2 question is, if you will allow us to know how much is your elite pool every month, so that we will
Okay.
be inspired to hit Pro 10 and above. Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, let me answer the first question first. Okay. First question is, how do you work with attrition? I think it's by setting the right expectations when people join the business. Okay, and not promising them more too much, right? Being realistic. So expectations. Just find out what they want, why they want what they want, and then put that action plan in place and tell them you got to work. That this is a business that it probably is not going to happen overnight, right? That they got to work. It's a business. You got to work the business to be successful. And it takes time to build it, okay? And then you got to tell them, set the right expectations, right? Find out what they want. So if they want to be a Pro 3 or Pro 5 or Pro 7 or whatever it is, well, then I always pull out the average income statement. And if they say, I'm going to ask them, so how much money do you want to make? And everyone wants to make tons of money, but realistically, how much money is that first goal, right? If you make this, then it's going to help my life, or I could pay for my subscription or whatever it is, right? And then you got to put a plan of action to get there and set the right expectation. It's going to take work. You got to do at least 15 presentations a month if you want to get there, right? So you got to build enough, first of all, help them pay for their subscription. That's the first thing. Because if they can pay for the subscription, they'll keep on buying. If they keep on buying, then they'll do a little more work, right? And I'm focusing my comments to the distributor. Customer, all they want to do is use the product. Okay, so let me go back to the customer first. With customers, and again, I don't look for customers. I love customers. They join my business, but I don't look for customers. Okay, those that join by accident, I'm going to teach them how to use the product. I'm going to find out any problems that they're having in their lives. Right? Maybe it's a back pain, maybe it's a neck pain, whatever it is. I'm going to have them write it down. I'm going to write it down. And then I'm going to teach them how to use it. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to teach them about once a month. You're going to give them just a little piece of education on the product. Okay? Why? Because if they understand what it is and you educate them, they'll see that they can't get it anywhere else and they'll use it longer. Okay? So that's one thing. And then if they ever come back and say, gosh, I don't know if this is working, right? Then I'm going to pull up my form and say, hey, that whatever they told me, hey, my knee is sore. How's that knee? Or, gosh, I wasn't sleeping, And when I say, well, are you sleeping better, right? Ask them about that. And most times they don't even realize that they feel better. And so they can say, oh yeah, wow, it's a little better. Okay. And they'll stay on longer. Now I'm going to get back to the distributor, really important. With the distributor, you got to set the right expectation. You got to show them what they want. And you got to help them make money. If they make money, they stay longer with you. Okay. So at least get the subscription paid and then work towards their next goal. Whatever that next is, continue, just keep expanding, and you're going to keep working with that distributor. If you can do that and help them pay for the auto ship and then make their next goal, right? And here's what you can do. Not just work with your, your distributor. You got to work with their distributor and their distributor and their distributor. Keep working down that leg. Drive that leg, right? Work with the new people. Help every new person in the organization become bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze. And if you can do that, you're going to slow that attrition rate. So again, focus on looking for distributors, set the right expectations, help them get to pay their subscription every month, right? And then work down. Every time someone brand new joins the organization, whether you enroll them or not, whenever the new person, you're going to go help that new person. Okay? Because if you can help them, they're going to enroll some people. And if they enroll some people, that's going to help the person above. Right? They're going to make a little bit more money. And if they make a little bit more money, then they're going to maybe hopefully work a little bit more. But if they're making a little more money, then they're going to stay longer with you. So keep working on the bottom of the new person, help keeping the new person getting to bronze and silver, bronze and silver, bronze and silver. And you're going to start to slow. It's going to take time, right, to slow that attrition. But start today, and whatever you do today, you'll start to see in about 3 to 5 months down the road. Whatever you do is going to take about 3 to 5 months to see the change in your organization. Okay, so you got to be patient with that. Okay, and the second question you asked me, what is my pool? I don't even know what my pool is. I don't even look at it anymore. So I'm sorry. If I knew what it was, I would tell you. But all I know is I make more money than I need, and I get to do a lot of good with that. And I don't even look at that anymore. Okay.
Can I also ask?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Mark. You're so inspiring. I think I cannot sleep tonight.
Good. Not sleeping is a good thing, Anna. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Though I'm not really sleeping, but the more now.
What's your question, Miss Anna?
I'm inspired of you. First, I'm just interested. What was your background before joining LifeVantage?
My background, I was in marketing. And again, it's different from network marketing. I had to learn new skills and a new mindset to build it, but I was in marketing.
Okay. And how do you support your leaders in terms of, like, of course, we all know some of the people are joining here, decided to be full-time. How do you help them in terms of finances or, their activities in order for them to sustain their goals to continue LifeVantage?
So the question is, how do you help your distributors? You said financially and with their activities?
Actually, in all aspects, like events or something. Do you help something like that?
Well, here's what we do. We always help, right? People with their new prospects. We'll help do meetings with them. Okay. We'll help them do meetings. We'll help them enroll their people. We'll do trainings with them. So how I help my team, I've always helped my team, is I'll do meetings with them, right? If they're in a different state, sometimes I have them make a goal. And once they hit the goal, then I would come into their city and help them do meetings. I would spend a couple of days with them working with them. Financially, I never give people money. to build their business, because it's not duplicatable with that, right? If you help one, you got to help everyone. And if you don't, then people get mad at you. And so I just found it doesn't work to give people money. But the way I support my team is with meetings and time. And if you're working, then we'll come and do meetings with our team, and we'll continue to do trainings, Zooms, and all that type of thing. So that's how we help and train them. We want to build a solid organization. We teach them the right principles. We do something called on-the-job training, which is that we'll do it with you, right? We're going to do it with you. In the beginning, I'll do 100% with my team members, and I'm going to say, okay, I want you to watch. And then very shortly, they're going to do a little, I'm going to do a little less. They're going to do a little more, I'm going to do a little less, until they can do 100%. I give them about 3 months' time to really understand how to run that business. That's the expectation. You got 3 months to learn how to run your business. I'm going to work with you every day. We're going to communicate every day. We're going to talk. We're going to coach. We're going to mentor. You got three months to learn that. After that, I'm going to have to pick another leader to start to work with. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to help you after that. But instead of every day talking, we might talk, once every other day, or when you need help. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to come and help you still. I'm just still going to come and help you. But I'm going to spend less time, because now you know how to run that business. That's how you build a solid organization. You want to build elite member backed by an elite, backed by another elite, backed by another elite, backed by another elite. Eventually you want Pro 10, backed by Pro 10, backed by Pro 10, backed by Pro 10. Because if you have a bunch of elites or a bunch of Pro 10s running their business, it'll never go away. Right? In one leg, I have 1, 2, 3. One leg, I have 3 Pro 10s. Another one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Pro 10s in another leg. And the other legs, I have a bunch of, Pro 7, 8, 9s, and 10s in different legs. Does that make sense?
Wow.
Yeah. So when you sponsor, you talk to them every day.
Yes.
Is it what you do? All right.
Yes. We're going to check in. We're going to set a goal. We're going to find out, right,
For the next 3 months.
Why they want, and what they're willing to do. We're going to put that plan of action. And then every day we're going to talk. Either I'm helping them do, in the beginning, I want to help them do presentations, right? And if they live far away from me, then now we can jump on Zoom. So we're going to jump on Zoom. Before it was a 3-way call, okay? Mm-hmm. Now we got Zoom, we're going to jump on Zoom, we're going to do presentations with them. We're going to do it together. And again, I do most, they're going to do less, and they're going to do more, and I'm going to do less, until they can run their business. So keep doing it with them. Help them get to Pro 3, help their first tier get to Pro 3 bronze, right? Help the next tier get to bronze, and help them get to silver. You're just going to keep working down below the organization. Did that help, Anna?
Most definitely. Some of my questions, yes, for everybody, so that we can learn the right duplication. And yeah, it will help a lot. Yes.
Work with the new person, whoever that new person, wherever they are, wherever that new person is, you're going to work with that new person, right? And you're going to make a goal with everyone in that line that you're all going to work with the new person. And then guess what? And at the same time, enrolling a new person, right? You got to get to bronze first, at least. Get to bronze 2 times at least, and help your people all get to bronze.
Yes, Madel.
I have a follow-up question. How many leaders do you work with at a certain period of time? How many leaders can you handle?
Between 3 to 5 people, 3 to 5 leaders at any given time.
I'm about to ask that, Tita Mads.
Yeah.
You stole my question.
Yeah. Do you promote like 90-day blitz?
Yeah. I mean,
do you have a program for that, the 90-day blitz?
I don't know if I we do some 90-day blitz here and there, but it's consistency, right? Mm-hmm. Every time someone enrolls in the business, it's a 90-day blitz, right? Mm-hmm. And there's no specific time that we're going to, as we work together and we making goals, you might say, okay, here's what we want to do this time. And we just kind of run through that list, but it's consistency. It's knowing the action, it's the action plan, right? And what is the activity? Presentation after presentation after presentation, right? Invite people to listen, do presentations, follow up, find out if they have any questions or concerns. You got to answer the questions and concerns. And then you're going to ask them to join the business, and then you're going to get them started by having them invite, doing presentations for them, teaching them how to do presentations. It's so key. You got to teach your people how to do presentations as well, right? Run their own business. That's why you got 3 months. You teach your leaders how to run their own business in 3 months. Now, sometimes it takes 4 or 5, but the expectation is you got 3 months. And then at the end of 3 months, we'll look. If they were working and doing what they say they're going to do, and if they need more time, then I'll give them a little more time. But if I'm working with them and they don't do what they say they're going to do, like if they say that they're going to do presentations and they're not doing presentations, or they say they're going to show up to a meeting and they don't show up, then I'm going to remind them, here's what you said you're going to do. You're not doing it, so I'm going to give you a chance. This is what you said you're going to do. This is what I said I would help you if you're doing what you say you're going to do. And if you're not doing it, I'm going to give you a chance to change and start to do it more. I'm going to ask them what's stopping you, what's preventing you, how can I, what we have to do to change. But if they don't change, I'm going to find someone else to go work with, right? At the end of 3 months, if they're doing what they say they're going to do and they need more time, then I'll give them more time. It might take 4, 5, or 6 months to get them there, but expectation is we're going to start with 3. Because you want to build people to run their own selves. Gotcha.
And then if they don't still do anything, you drop them, right?
I don't drop them. I love everyone. They're my team. They become friends. So,
All right.
So if the definition of drop meaning, here's what I'll say to them. You know what? This is what you wanted. That's why you got to find out what people want, their goal, what they want, why they want what they want, and what they're willing to do, that game plan. Okay, you got to figure that out within the first 48 hours of the time they join the business. But if they're not going to do that, right, my time is valuable too. Their time is valuable. And we're setting the wrong expectations. If you're not doing anything, right, if they're not doing anything, and that means you're not going to grow your business. And so why would I spend that time with you?
Yeah.
So I don't drop them per se. I'm just going to tell them this, right? Maddie, if that was you, I'd say, Maddie, this is what you wanted, right? This is why you wanted it. Whatever you told me. And this is what you said you're going to do. So when you do want to work towards that, let me know. I will look at my schedule. It might take a little bit of time for me to make time in my schedule to come back and work with you. So when you want it, let me know. And then I'll see when we can work you back in the schedule. But for now, because you said you were going to do this, but you're not doing it. So I told you that I will help you as long as you're doing what you said you're going to do. So I'm going to go work with another person. But when you're ready, let me know. I'm always here to help you. Okay? I'm not dropping you. I'm just going to focus on someone else. And I'm there when you're ready. Okay? I just don't want you to feel bad. I don't want to push you to do something that you don't want to do yet.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you say drop, if that's what it means, then that's what I would do.
Yeah. So
And then you follow up with them. Don't make them feel bad. And say, you know what? You're not doing it, so I'm going to leave you. Because guess what? Then they stop their subscription. When they stop their subscription, the volume goes down. Volume goes down, you make less money. Everyone makes less money. So you love them. You just say, when you're ready, let me know. Right? Set the right expectation.
You can call me every day, Mark.
Fantastic, Mark. So just identify the potential leaders in your downline and work with them. Identify 3 to 5 leaders and work with them. And just work with someone who deserves your time, because your time is valuable as well. Is that June raising your hand? June,
In the beginning, guess what? You work with
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have, in the beginning, your organization is small.
Yeah.
So you got to work with everyone, right?
Yes,
You
yes.
You don't know who's going to build, who's going to go to
That's
work or
right.
not. So you just work with everyone in the beginning. Once you
That's
start
right.
getting busier and busier and you start to grow your business, right? Then you're going to focus on when I say 3 to 5 people, 3 to 5 people in one line. I'll work with one person. I'll work with another line, you know, so work smart.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Jude, you had a question.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sir, I have a question.